Hello, beautiful. Welcome to the Prosperous Womb and day 7. We've been doing this journey for a week now. Today's day 7, and we're in chapter 7 of Proverbs. It is also Advent day 7. So let's recap. In Proverbs 1, we learned the importance of wisdom. Proverbs 2, we studied together how to get it. In chapter 3, it was what happens when we get it, the benefits of wisdom. In chapter 4, we looked at the impact of wisdom on our lives, our businesses, our relationships, and everywhere. And in chapters 5 and 6, we talked about the hot guy across the room, temptation, the adulteress, and all the things that could bring you down if you're not careful, if you don't have God's wisdom. So as we dive into chapter 7 today, we're going to talk about temptation, seduction, and how that plays into not just our lives, but our coaching businesses. See, because I don't look at the adulteress or the strange woman as just the person who wants to sleep with your husband or that you want to sleep with. It is also anything that takes you away from the wisdom of God, that tempts you away from getting the one thing that is most valuable in your entire life, the one thing that is better than anything you can ever ask for or imagine. Anything that takes you away from that is that woman, okay, or the hot guy across the room. So before we start, I want to ask you, what do you treasure the most in your life? What do you treasure the most? Is it your children, your husband, your beautiful home, your car, your things, your business, your testimonials, the clients you've worked with, the impact you've made in the world? What do you treasure the most? Because we've learned we've studied together over the last couple of days that wisdom is the principal thing. It is the most important thing above anything else in the world. But does that really sink in? Even now, sometimes I think, okay, so I want this, but wisdom, okay, and wisdom. I don't always remember that while I'm working, while life is happening, while life is squeezing me, while clients are squeezing me. It's not always wisdom that comes out. And that's why I am sharing this experience of me learning Proverbs and going through this wisdom journey again with you, so that we can all co-create that wisdom, whatever intention we have for our business and our lives and our relationships, co-create the wisdom to really thrive, not just survive or not just live, okay? Chapter 7 is a recap of 5 and 6, but it's more than that. It's way more than that, and you see that in a minute. It's way more than that, because let's call her Anna. A client comes to you. You're a business coach, and a client comes to you, and her name is Anna. And Anna has worked with some of the biggest coaches out there, some of the most famous coaches in the world. They've graced the stages all over the world. They command millions of dollars a year. They have some of the best strategies, templates, swipe files. They're on everybody's dream board. They are on your vision board. This is who you want to work with. And Anna has worked with all of them. And then she found you, and she came to you, and she said, let's say your name is Mimi. And she says, you know what, Mimi? I have worked with some of the biggest coaches in the world. Name them. I've worked not just with them, actually. She's worked with the associate coaches of the biggest coaches in the world, because they don't work. Associate coaches do the work, and they work with the other big time people. So, and she's like, I've worked with every associate coach, and they still don't get it. They don't see me. They don't hear me. And the reason why I'm coming to you is because you have this supernatural program, or high ticket profit explosion VIP day program. And you see that we're in a time where women are called to step up and own who they are in Christ. and step fully into their assignment so they can connect to the heartbeat of their mission and create their most potent body of work in the world. And not just that, but charge the value of it. So they make the most money, the most impact without sacrificing their faith, their family, their freedom, their fun, whatever it is, their sanity, their life, and their health. Like, how is that possible? That I've done everything, paid thousands of dollars, millions of dollars, and I still don't have that. So now I want you to give me the magic pill, because the strategies I have don't work. The templates I have don't work. Nothing has worked so far. I'm still stuck at whatever it is. Maybe it's 50K a month, or maybe it's 10K a month, whatever it is. And you say, okay, tell me more. And she starts talking about the strategies and things, and you say, well, are you ready to sell high ticket? Are you ready to try this new way, this simple, uncomplicated system to create the life impact, business, money, wealth, generational impact that you desire? Are you ready to do that? And she says, yeah, but I don't feel worthy. Like, I don't feel like I can charge $100,000. I just don't feel, I'm not there. There's no way I'm qualified to do that. And as you dig deeper, you realize she feels like she's not good enough. She feels like she's unworthy. She feels like she has to first do X before she can be qualified enough to do Y. And you try to figure out, what did the other coaches miss? What did they not see when they were plowing strategies down her throat? And she's had those strategies for 5 years and she's still stuck. What were they missing? They were missing Proverbs 7. That's what they were missing. Because here is the thing with Anna. Let's read Proverbs 7 and we'll talk about Anna. Chapter 7 starts with, my son, keep my words and lay up my commandments with you. Keep my commandments and live, and my law as the apple of thine eye. Bind them upon thy fingers and write them upon the table of thine heart. Say unto wisdom, you are my sister, and call understanding your relative, your family, that they may keep you from strange women, which, we've talked about a strange woman, which means anything that comes against your assignment, anything that takes you out of the goals you have for your life, the intention you have for your business, anything that takes you away from God's wisdom is a strange woman. From the stranger who flatters with her words. She flatters you. You're so amazing. You're so brilliant. I want you. I desire you. For at the window of my house, I looked through my casement and beheld among the simple ones. I discerned among the youth a young man void of understanding. He was passing through the street near the corner, and he went the way to her house in the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark of night. Seduction is coming. Watch. And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of a harlot and the subtile of heart. She's loud and she's stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house. Now is she without, now in the streets, and lies in wait at every corner. So she caught him and she kissed him, and with an impudent face said to him, I have peace offerings with me. This day have I paid my vows. Therefore come I forth to meet you, diligently to seek your face, and I have found you. Where have you been all my life? You're so hot. You're so amazing. I've decked my bed with coverings of tapestry, with carved works, with fine linen of Egypt. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh and aloes and cinnamon. I didn't even do that on my honeymoon. Come, let us take out our fill of love unto the morning. Let us solace ourselves with loves, for the good man is not yet home. Her husband is away. So nothing is going to go wrong. Nothing that happened in chapter 6 is going to happen here, because her husband does not know, right? He is taking a bag of money with him and will come home at the day appointed. With much her fierce speech, she caused him to yield. With a flattering of her lips, she forced him. And he went after her straightway, like an ox goes to the slaughter, or as a fool to the correction of the stocks, till a dart strikes through his liver, and a bird hastens to the snare, and knows that this is not for his life. I'll read the last part later. So Anna, when Anna was in college. She got a phone call one day. She picks up the phone and she says, hello. And the guy says, hey. And Anna says, who's this? And he says, you know who this is. I'm downstairs, come downstairs. And her roommate says to her, that does not sound like a good idea. She goes downstairs. She goes to his house. They have dealings with each other. They have a relationship for a while. And then he dumps her. And then in sophomore year, the same thing happens with another guy. And then it keeps happening. She keeps dating the same kind of people who make her feel worthless, who make her feel like she has no value, who make her feel dirty and gross inside, who make her feel like she's not enough. And that's why they keep leaving her. Then she gets married and her husband starts cheating on her. Then he leaves her for a younger woman. And then she comes to all these coaches and she's like, yeah, I want to do high ticket. I want to do high end. They give her all the strategy. They give her everything, but it hasn't worked. And we realize Anna has been holding the trauma of the strange woman in her body. So nothing gets past that. You think you're going to die because you commit a sin? Well, Jesus came. So Jesus came and he has mercy. But guess what happens to your business? When that unworthiness, that not feeling good enough, when that feeling like you have no value comes up for you, the moment you have to make a high ticket sales call, have a conversation to sell something for $100,000. And that trauma is being held in your body, just sitting there marinating. And your body comes to remember what it feels like to have that trauma. So everything you do in your life comes back home to that trauma. So yes, you find a new man and you date him and you marry him. And the first 2 years is great. Then he starts to act like the guy from freshman year in college. And you think, how did I create this? Why does the same thing keep happening to me? Why is it that every time I make money, I feel like it's not enough because stuff keeps happening. Everything breaks, the car breaks down, everything breaks down because of the trauma you've been holding in your body. And your body likes to come home to that trauma. That trauma is like a really good cigarette. So it's like a deep breath. It might kill you, but your body enjoys it. That's what Proverbs 7 is. It's all this stuff that wisdom says, don't go do this thing. Don't follow the harlot. Stay away from the strange woman. Use wisdom to make better decisions throughout your life, whether it's your dating, your business, your relationships, your children, like whatever it is, because it all affects high ticket sales and high ticket profit explosion. There is no high ticket profit explosion. There is no profit in your business when you cannot sell, even if you have every single strategy in the world, because your coach could not see you, could not hear you, and could not feel the trauma in your body. So I want you to look at your business today. I invite you to look not just at the templates. Another swipe file is not going to fix the not enough trauma. Another template, blueprint, is not going to shift. And there's nothing to fix. It's a story, obviously. So we want to shift the stories of not enough and all the things that keep you from selling at your highest level, that keep you from operating at your highest level. I know you want to make impact. We all want to make impact. That's not the point. But that keep you from enjoying the abundant life that Jesus died so you can have, the freedom, the peace. I mean, look at all the things from Proverbs 3 that wisdom offers us. Nothing has dividends like that in life. Nothing can give us those dividends. Not crypto, not government bonds, not whatever, no investment, no plastic surgery. Nothing can give you what wisdom gives you. Not $100K month, not $1 million month. Nothing can give you what wisdom gives you. So use wisdom to discern in your body, outside your body, in your life, what is the thing that is really keeping you stuck or slowing you down or challenging you or in the way of working, operating, and being at your highest level in the world, in your business, and in your relationships. You know, and we think, oh, this only happens to people who are this or that. I talked about the client in this video number 6, day 6. I talked about the client who had an affair with a man because he was spiritual. Remember the harlot in this story goes to church. She just did her sacrifices. It's probably Christmas Eve and they had a big feast. So she brought all this food home and all this perfume home, the myrrh and the frankincense and all those things home. She is Christian, You can say, oh, I'm too spiritual for this. I'm too Christian for this. I'm too holy for this. No, you're not. When the hot guy across the room squeezes you, you never know what you're going to do if you're still holding on to trauma in your body. You never know what you're going to do if you haven't put God's wisdom in your body. So spare us all the drama of the hysterics of the Christian, religious, whatever, spiritual, whatever it is, and just look to this. But let's talk seduction. Because seduction comes in many forms. It's not just the woman, the strange woman, or the hot guy across the room. It could be pornography that's taking your attention away. It could be video games, fighting imaginary battles in imaginary kingdoms and winning those and thinking, oh, I'm a winner. Did you call anyone today? Have you sold a coaching offer this month? Okay? So seduction, the thing is, we make excuses when we get seduced or when we think we're being pulled away from our assignment. The thing with seduction is you will never be seduced by something that you don't want. The reason why you're seduced by it is because you want it. Whether it's a high-ticket coaching offer, a profit margin, a man, a woman, porn, whatever it is, if you do not want it, it will not interest you. If I'm walking down the street and somebody gives me something I don't want, I am not seduced by it. I keep on walking and he keeps on stepping. But if I've thought about it before and I'm like, I wonder what it will be like, I will stop and say, talk to me. How you doing? But if I don't want it, I won't be seduced by it. So whatever it is that you're looking for, you will get. When the student is ready, the teacher shows up, it does. That man, that young guy in the story, he was not just minding his business and the woman showed up. It was late at night. He was in her neighborhood. She had something he wanted. So when he seduced her, it worked because he did not have the wisdom to think, nah, I don't really want this. This might kill me. So where in your business, in your life, are you being seduced by something that you think you don't want? Think about it. Think about it. You do want it. That's why you're being seduced by it. Even the coaching programs you want to create. If you did not already want to work with high-ticket coaching clients, you probably won't be watching this channel if you were a coach. But there's a part of you that knows it's time to up level. It's time to go to my next level. It's time for me to get paid the value of the gifts that I have. It's time for me to stop playing small. It's time for me to really see myself the way God sees me and give me the wisdom that's been chasing me for the last 7 chapters so I can create the life, the business that I am here to create in the world. If not, things are not going to end well. They never do. Look at all the wealthy men. Solomon knows what he's talking about. His father was David. Look at how David was with women. Look at how his life went. I mean, he loved the Lord and he had a heart for Jesus and a heart for God. But we all know how he was with the women. And Solomon had his fair share later on in his life with his thousands of thousand women. So Solomon knows what he's talking about when he says, focus on God's wisdom, okay? Because what you're looking for will find you. It will come to you. Look at the men in our society. If you watch the news or if you just read a paper or if you just listen to gossip. How many wealthy men, how many politicians, how many celebrities, how many people that have risen at the top of their game in their profession have come down because of the strange woman? It's always something. This person did this person is being investigated for this, or this person just got fired from whatever big job they had. Why? Oh, he had sex with the person he was working with, or he had committed adultery, or whatever. It's always the strange woman or the hot guy across the room that brings you down after you've worked your butt off to get where you're going. You know why? Because as you were climbing that ladder, as you were making the money, as you had the high ticket profit explosion, you kept wisdom out of it. So as you make the money, whether it's $1 million a month, as you create the man that you want to marry, as you create the job, the business you want, bring wisdom with you. Because without it, it would not end well. I don't care how beautiful the swipe file looks. I don't care how great the font on the website is. It will not end well, or you will not get the full rewards of the beauty and enjoyment you're here to have in this lifetime. So let me know how this lands for you. Let me know how this supports you. And let me know if you've ever looked at this verse, this chapter outside of just adultery. How does it feel to apply this to your coaching business, to your life, so it can support you to sell the high-ticket coaching offers with ease, to market to your dream 100 clients with ease, to position yourself in a way that supports clients to see you, because that's the simple metric. Wisdom is the KPI for high-ticket profit explosion. It's been good having you.